Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. A little bit later today. Normally we do this about 8:30ish or so. So if you're catching this for the first time, this is what we do. Typically every morning on MLive. It's the MLive Morning Weather Update. And let's get right to it because we do have a whole bunch of weather. And I also feel like my Steadicam is going to go dead. And actually I have no idea how... Okay, there we go. My light flipped on too. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. We have snow shifting northward. Now the snow is over for the most part in southern lower. I think this is probably rainfall now. And good morning, Jim Verboski from Toledo. So here is the radar forecast for today. 9 o'clock, 10, 11. You could see the snow shifting into northern lower and diminishing. And then, hey, sup, Cat and Austin. Okay, and then here we go into the early afternoon and another area of mixed precipitation, maybe sleet or snow or probably rain too in northern lower, and then starting to come into the UP too. So southern lower, you're going to be mostly dry now for the afternoon. As we wait for the squall line to come through, you could see it developing off to the west. That's the cold front that all along for 4 days now we've talked about coming through early Friday morning, and it's going to be right on schedule. So these models are getting more and more accurate, I believe, on timing, and I don't see much fluctuation anymore. That's not to say we're going to be 100% accurate all the time, but it does look like these models are improving, and the models are always tweaking them. So we're into tonight, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1 in the morning, and here's your cold front with showers and thunderstorms and fairly heavy rain. A thin band, maybe about an hour to 2 hours of heavy rain at any one location as this sweeps on through overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. So it won't get out of hand as far as amounts, but it will be a mud maker. Here's a model that goes a little bit farther in advance, and here is tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And this is your squall line with gusty showers, some thunderstorms in there, and the wind is strong enough aloft that it could bring down to the surface a wind gust, I think 55 to maybe 60, maybe 65 miles an hour if we have a thunderstorm going, and that'll continue to move east across the state. So we're looking at 11 o'clock in the morning and the thunderstorms diminishing, but definitely still going. Now Bill Hobart's saying no sound. Not everybody else is saying that, so maybe something is an issue with yours right now, okay? All right, and then as we go into Friday afternoon, conditions dry out. One thing I want to point out is that on Sunday, we have another system coming in from the south with the moisture, and yeah, maybe with a chance of snow on the northern edge of it. Yeah, winds aren't really good for anybody except if you get a wind turbine, and even there you don't like it. No sound? Is anybody else? Okay, all right. Other people are hearing me, so that sounds good. Okay, cool. Thank you. I was worried about that. All right, here's the total rainfall from that storm system. And again, I'd call it a soaking rain, but not extremely heavy. Now you get into the southeast, into Detroit and Ann Arbor, where our population density is, you're going to say, oh, what heavy rain. As the storms look like they're going to diminish as we go into the late morning tomorrow, and that's the time when they'll be rolling through Detroit and Ann Arbor. Hi, Joy Duffy from Ann Arbor. But west side of the state, you'll get them in the middle of the night where they're robust, an inch or so, and maybe even into the Saginaw area, inch or so, and then to the north. And I have to tell you, we are in what I figure is a wet pattern for the next 10 days. Here's the storm system on Sunday, adding on another ½ inch to 3/4. And then there's actually another storm system that both of the models I look at that have middle of next week. Now this could start to be overdone, but when you put 3 storm systems that can make a ½ inch to an inch of rain, guess what? You've got plenty of April showers on the way. As far as snowfall, Danielle Marie, did you say rain or on Sunday, yes, the rain will be coming back in to southern and at least eastern Michigan on Sunday. I'll update you on that, okay, through the next 24 hours. Here's the snowfall. Now, this is what we had, and again, I've been using all along the formula to just cut it in half because of melting. Looks like it worked out here in Frankenmuth. We had maybe about a ½ inch or so. This, again, in the UP, this is tonight and tomorrow. And again, cut it in half, okay? So let's take it and cut it to, 4 or 5 inches. I know the gravel driveways are rough to dry out. Temperature-wise today, let's go into the afternoon. From Saginaw southward, it's going to warm some. Better in Flint, 51 in Detroit. Better in the southwest corner at 65 degrees. Wintry in the north in the 30s. And as we go through the night, temperatures will actually come up a little bit. It looks like ahead of that cold front. So you're still looking at almost 70 degrees in the southwest corner and only 33 in the Sioux. Yes, that's why Michigan has some crazy weather at times. And let's look into tomorrow. This is tomorrow morning. We pop up to 55 to 65 in the eastern part of the state with those showers and thunderstorms rolling through. So this is going to be more of a spring type shower and thunderstorm activity. Tim Hildebrand wants to know what the summer brings. Well, we know the overall engine, the overall atmosphere is warming over time, so it's hard to bet on a cooler than normal summer anymore in Michigan, anymore in the middle part of the country. It does happen for segments of summer. We get 2-3 weeks where it could cool down to cooler than normal, but generally you got to just say warmer than the 30-year historical average. I wish I could push the warmer air up with my finger. I would do it right now, and I would just leave it there. I'd leave it for 50s and 60s. So here's what we have. We have drying conditions in the southern part of the state today, but not fantastic. The farther south you go, you might be amazed at how nice it gets right along the Michigan, Ohio, Indiana border, near 60 or in the 60s. We have the thunderstorms and rain coming in tonight. It'll be a gusty front. Winds could gust to 40 or 50 miles an hour right along that front, and if there's a thunderstorm, could be a little bit stronger. Joy Duffy wants to know about tornadoes. Probably not likely in the middle of the night with low instability. Shear is there. Shear is very strong, but it would seem like we would have to have it in the daytime hours to have any kind of tornadic situation. And then as we go into the weekend, it's cooler, and Sunday looks wet, and next Wednesday looks wet. So I'm not the bearer of the greatest of all weather news, but it's my job. It's what we have to figure out what's going on. There's your morning weather update on MLive. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me a little bit later this morning. Hit the share button once we have the YouTube video up. I'd appreciate it.